Hello one and all, and welcome back to Dragonborn Industries, where I am going to be unboxing the Kickstarter that turned up today. Minus my camera being ever so slightly out of focus there, so let's just bring that back in. Hey, how are we doing? Fluffy, great to see you. Chris, Geeky Felix, great to see you. Absalom, hey, how you doing? Guys, I think it's been a week for Kickstarters for people pretty much everywhere because loads of things have been turning up. I know that Geeky's had some stuff, some other friends have had some stuff, but today I got Mr. Torg's Arena of Badassery from Monster Fight Club, which I think I backed years ago. So I backed their Ice Wilds terrain set for tabletop, and I think it was like my second Kickstarter after Nemesis, and this one wasn't that long afterwards, so it's been a while, but there's a lot to it, and it's kind of like Resident Evil in the sense that there is a lot of minis and a lot of components. So yeah, we're just going to tuck right in. We are going to just start opening up the boxes and just see what's inside, and then I will try and get some nicer picks later on. I'm going to start with the core box, and then we'll go for all the nice other minis afterwards. So there's the two big boxes there, three of the small ones, but hello. Yeah, chat, thanks for turning up, and yeah, let's crack on into the core box, shall we? So I think they had this at Gen Con in America, where, I say in America, there's only one Gen Con, and so they did have it out there, I think, if you went, but otherwise, I think this is the start of the first waves. I played Borderlands to death, got all the achievements on Xbox, including all the DLC. Nice! So, my knowledge on Borderlands is very, very minute. And I'm not gonna lie, I backed this all those years ago simply because I saw a megaton of minis from a company that I liked that would fit for Starfinder that even back then I knew I wanted to do a big campaign for. I played a minute amount, but one of the players around the table, Tamsin, she has played a lot. So I sort of backed this in the hope that we'll get some games in and she can teach us all about the characters and everything like that. But I just loved the aesthetic and I loved how Monster Fight Club put it together. So yeah, we're just going to dive straight in and start going. Box art. God, I love some good box art. I believe that these are your 4 character players and then the rest. Ooh! So, we have the loot bag, which is amazing. Thing is, I've got all the Borderlands games, Geeky, and I've played minute amounts of them, but I've always played them when I haven't had time to fully go through them, and yeah, so I will admit to not being fully nerd on that one. This is a thick canvas, actually. This is really quite sturdy. Very, very awesome. So that's the loot. We have one relatively chunked rulebook. It's about the same as Shatterpoint in terms of thickness, maybe a little bit thicker. It's got all your components and whatnot, everything you'd expect to find for a skirmish game. So, let's put that to one side for now. We've got scenarios. Whee! He says throwing it everywhere. I do like hex tiles. So yeah, we've got all the different scenarios going through here, which is going to be cool to read through those and see which ones we are doing. So this is the monster scenery that we backed before. This was the Ice Wilds? Monster Ice Wilds, I think it was called. That was a while ago as well, but that was really good, and I actually used those a lot, to the point where actually the ones I got are on the table in front of me, so I am a fan of Monster Fight Club. I do like their stuff. And this is the one I missed! Cyberpunk Combat Zone, which I just didn't have the money at the time, and I'm gutted I missed it, but that is out for retail now, I believe. So, we've got what looks like all of our hex tiles and token. Oh, look at the minis! So, hex tiles and tokens, let's quickly grab those open, have a look through all the punch boards, and then we'll get to those minis. Let's grab... So, awesome artwork on them. Pretty matte as well, which is quite nice. There's a little bit of glare there, but I've got about 4 lights shining on it. Double-sided. We've got the ground tiles there, they pop out nice and easy. Ah, there it is. Look at that. Very, very cool. Was it delayed or just a really long production? I think it was just a really long production. I know that COVID didn't help. Obviously, that didn't help anything with the amount of lockdowns that happened in China, and obviously they were really on it for making sure that people weren't moving about and stuff. I think that included like factory workers and stuff, and yeah, there were many setbacks to it. Otherwise, like Monster Fight Club are really, really good. Everything I think that they've put out has always made it to the backers. Ah, it's very cool. But I trust them enough that I would back anything that they do if it was up my alley. So we got loads of tokens and loot, so that's pretty cool. That's going to be what our loot bag is for. Tons on there. Double-sided coins and tokens. So we're just going to flip them over and not know which one's which. Hazards and obstacles. So that's your punch boards. I'm going to put those down with the lid. Because the rest of this, and that's a pretty chungus box, is minis, which is just awesome. So, let's take off our lovely bit of plastic there. So let's grab one of the gangers down here. So, just going to quickly check them for mold lines. It's one or two, but they're not excessive in any way. And then, the detail is pretty good. I know you're not going to see it that bright on there, but let's maybe grab a purple one and show you with these guys. They're going to paint up really, really well. So, we've got this big dude right here. So we've got a few of those ones. There is, I love this guy's weapon. Proper post-apocalyptic axe made out of cogs and saw blades and a pickaxe. There's 3 of those ones. There's 3 more in a slightly different position. I really like that type of holder for game minis. Lovely sculpts. Yeah, they really are actually. It's going to be really hard to show you with such a bright colour. It's my pale ginger hands, but all that muscle definition, all the trousers, the boots, very, very cool. They're looking very yellow on there, but actually they're quite orange. I love game trays like this because I think for board games, especially things like Resident Evil, Nemesis, anything that comes that uses a hefty amount of miniatures, instead of them just being thrown in a box or you have to get them off the shelf every time, I quite like them inside organised trays. So like I backed with Steamforged Games Resident Evil, the game trays that came with it, so all the cards and everything's got its own place, and that way we can store it better, but also keep all of the components together. So yeah, I agree with you there. We've got these little guys, little shotguns on them. I'm sure most of you know what their actual names are, and I'm not going to pretend I do. She's very cool. But what I saw when I first grabbed and had a look through this Kickstarter was a lot of post-apocalyptic gangers and Cult of the Devourer for Starfinder or stuff like that, or pit fights and just people of the downside of Absalom Station and stuff. So that's kind of one of the other reasons I wanted them. Yeah, I think with that bright colour, it's really hard to pick out the definition on this camera. But they're posed really well, so that's pretty much the first tray. The guy here actually has got some really cool armour on. He's got that post-apocalyptic style, hobbled together pauldrons and leathers and metals and spikes. Very, very cool. Right, I'm going to go straight to the second layer. Not messing around tonight. Whoa! Damn, look at the size of that! Whew! So, that is a chunky boy. I'd be rude not to grab that one first, really, wouldn't it? Damn, there's even somebody inside the cage. I mean, compared to a regular size mini, this is one of the player minis. That's huge. So, I love that. We've got the furs on the back, we've got those big leather boots. We've got one of the people in the cage Horrible, horrible axe. I love the like respirator on him. Single piece of chest armor over the heart. That's nuts. That's very, very cool. So, then there's 4 slightly smaller guys. His head's all twisted. Yeah. That's so cool. I love the grotesqueness of that. We've got one with... Oh, the top of his head's been taken off. And 2 machine guns. I love that belly just sticking out as well. Okay, so, player minis. We've got this awesome looking badass here who is throwing what looks like a Molotov while also rocking a bolter. She is looking pretty tasty. Then we've got this guy. Kind of looks dwarven in nature. But again, we're rocking those 2 machine guns. Heavy pouches. We've got a little bit of hot treatment needed for that rifle, but hot water treatment, so just to get the bend out of the barrel of that rifle. We've got another person kitted out, torch on their back, rifle in hand, and I think my favourite from the box art is this one right here. Let's grab. The one sat on top of the mech, which is very, very awesome. And speaking of the mech, that's really damn cool. So not opposable parts, but I wasn't expecting it to be. That, a pretty chunky machine. I'm looking forward to painting that up and doing some wear and tear on it. And it's nice, the detail in there as well. They have put like little pop marks on it from bullets and little signs of wear and cracking and scratches, so it should be relatively easy to paint up, which is very, very, very cool. I have no idea who they are, but I like them. Fluffy, I'm not going to lie, I actually don't either. Like I said, I got this because I saw a load of minis and I was like, I know that Tamsin loves the games, I know that I played very minute amounts of them, not enough that I remember anything really, but I saw the minis and was like, Starfinder. I need those for the Starfinder campaign, so yeah. We've got tokens. Oh no, these are ring bases. Very, very cool. So, these are little silicon ring bases that are really useful for many things outside of just normal games, but it allows you to see who, what, where, when, really. If you've got 2 different colours, you've got blues and purples, so I imagine the blues are the player minis, and the purples will be the gangs and the others. We've got plenty of cards. These ones are item cards. We've got mods and ammo. And we've got weapons, I think, over here. Yeah, guns. This will be the character cards. Assassin Wreath. It's very cool. And we have another deck of cards right here, which I assume is events and or scenarios. Dice look pretty polyhedral. So what have we got? We've got relatively large amount of sets. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dice. We've got 2d10, 2d8, 2d6, 2d4, and 2d12. So I'm going to assume that in the rules it's going to tell us exactly what each one of those is for. And they're all coloured, so I'm going to also presume that that is going to be some silica gel. Yeah, colour-coded for different different actions and stuff. So that's the core box, which, that's a lot of minis. And I'm going to have a great time painting those. And I'm going to go force myself to go... Oh, I say force myself. Oh, no, don't. I'm going to go play Borderlands. Make sure I play it properly so I know what the hell I'm actually going to be painting up. Because I want to do those justice so bad. So, let's get this one back in here for now. It is a lot for the core geeky, I agree. I think that that's, again, one of the reasons that I wanted to back was because they did that as obviously the standard Kickstarter of, hey, back it now and you'll get all of this. But then it was like, and then you get all of this stuff, which I'm about to go and grab now. Because, let's face it, who doesn't love a good Kickstarter stretch goal? And there were a few. So, let's put the core box back in the box. And then we'll open up the stretch goals and whatnot. So, does everybody else find that satisfying to have it just really silently slide down onto the box? Right. Whew, that's a lot. So, we've got Steve, we've got Moxie, who is a Kickstarter exclusive. I love the idea for a flail weapon. We've got the Ravenous Wattler Gobblers. We've got Skags at the Gate. And we've got Box of Badasses. Is there anything in particular you guys want to see first? I'm going to presume that Moxie and Steve are both singular minis. We've got Skags at the Gate, Box of Badasses, and the Ravenous Wattler Gobblers. Moxie, cool. You got there first, Absalom. A guy in a cage being swung towards you is awesome. Yeah, so that massive dude with the cage, what a weapon. That's very, very cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm already planning some Starfinder stuff with it. Imagine just a giant in a fighting arena that's just like, you can go and have that with in some Akatonian reel. So, Akatonian like desert plain. Moxie. Ah, oh, she is awesome. Kind of got that Southern Belle look from a lot of country western films. So let's see if I can get her. She is very, very cool. Cheeky, blowing a kiss. Very, very awesome. So I'm going to put her back in there. Actually, let's have a quick look at her cards. Let's see what that's all about. She has the Ring Mistress Saloon Girl vibe. Yes, she absolutely does, actually. You're completely right. So let's have a quick look. So those three backs are all the same. So I imagine that's a deck. New Romance, Wedding Day Massacre, and Hell Hath No Fury. So I'm going to imagine that they are their action cards. And we have her character card. Crowd Pleaser. When the enemy receive the move order, this Vault Hunter may discard one loot token it is carrying to make all the enemies move towards this Vault Hunter. I'm going to pretend I know what that means. I'm going to assume that she ran one of the arenas, because as far as I remember, like Mr. Torg, sort of like it was his things, and he had sponsors, and people would like run them for him, like different arenas, and hers was one of them. It was so long ago. So that was Moxie. Steve. I'm going to open Steve up next. Let's do the single characters, and then we'll move on to the three other boxes. So. Let's go. I think she's from Huge DLC Package. Cool. Steve is going to be another person, well, another Vaulter, I guess. I wonder if these are characters that you play as, or if they are bad guys. This guy rocking a camcorder and a pretty nasty submachine gun, or assault rifle even. Really like the face details on the art, and it actually looks like they're detailed really well, so it looks like they're going to be easy enough to paint. Again, a lot like Shatterpoint did, where they had Maul and Ahsoka's details and paint and tattoos all recessed into the skin to make it easier to paint, which I like a lot. So that's Steve. I really like that they did those ones as little extras. Whoa, who else said what? Skags from Fluffy Cat. Moxie from Absalom's. Yeah, Skags it is. Skags at the Gate. so it's Skags at the Gate was the expansion. So we've got another scenario booklet there to carry on your games, which is awesome. New tile boards, which I may as well get out and show you what's on those ones there. And I imagine there's going to be token boards in there as well. Sorry about the noise. Plastic's not great for microphones. Well, they come out a lot easier. Oh, I like that. So they've perforated it without leaving like massive areas of wasted cardboard, which is actually kind of cool. So we've got, really like that landscape as well. Lovely pit just on there. Toxic sludge. More toxic sludge. Let's just take these ones all out now since they're popping out as they are. Anything else on these ones? Got a cage on that one. Nice big pool on that one. So I'm going to imagine that they have bad effects if you go in them as characters. I don't know yet. That one's on fire! That's fun. Okay, let's have a look at the Skags. So, we've got... We'll start up here. So I'm assuming it was the mutant Skags that were the 4 purple ones in the core box. That's pretty rank. It's got that like limpet style mouth that just opens up like a circle. There are 1, 2 of those. There's these ones which have almost like fins and frills to them. We've got, so there's 2 of those. We've got similar ones but are more like dogs. Spines going down the back. Yeah, I'll get to that one in a second. It's a nice big badass Skag as well. Let's see if I've missed anything out there. I don't think I have. Let's move that up so I can actually read chat. There it is. Cool. Then we've got... Okay, so there's 4 of the dog style ones. Then we've got... Oh, these are cute. And I don't know if cute's the right word for them, but they are damn cute. They're like little puppies. Well, these guys can't be bad. They're too cute to be bad. That one's playing with some meat. That's like somebody's hand. Oh, you're a good boy. So you get 3 of the ones like chewing at something on the ground, and then there's 3 that are lurching up and about to make a move by the looks of things. We've got the alchemist cards, so we've got the items, all the making cards, so alchemy cards, I guess. And we've got, yeah, the Skag event deck in there. But look at that face. That is awful in a good way. And again, that's massive. Such a big mini. If I grab, so this is a Bullywug, which is for this Thursday, which is medium-sized creature. That's huge in comparison. The satisfying feel of figuring out the elemental weakness and one-shotting it through the head. Oh, cool. So I'm guessing that you can add, in the game's elemental to your weapons, and then essentially, because these are what I'm guessing are mutant kind of beasts, they're susceptible to fire or lightning or something like that. Totally, or realising you don't have the right elemental gun to deal with it too late. And then they're resistant to everything else. That would make sense with them being horrible. So that is that box there. I'm going to need schooling on this, aren't I? Fluffy said, Whack the Gobblers, I think. Or was that just Skags at the Gates that I saw there? Either way, this is the one we're grabbing now. Oh yeah, it was Skags. Well, now we're doing the Whack the Gobblers. Let's take that one off there. So, in fact, I need to put Skags in the Gates away as well. Oh, remember these pictures because they looked like cock tracers or really horrible chocobos. Wow. It's got the Wat the Goblet and the Wat the Goblets. So let's look at the goblets. They are essentially turkeys. And I love them. That's really, really cool. So those three are the same pose. And then this one is, again, just ridiculous. It's got a collar, it's got wings binded. It's almost scaled in places as well. Good old testicle neck there. Look at that beak. The fact that it's like split apart as well. Can you kick them across the map? That's very cool. I like those a lot, actually. That could be my favourite sculpt. So, Ravenous Wat the Gobblers, which leaves us with the box of badasses. So, I think these were all named characters from Borderlands when we had a look at the Kickstarter so long ago. I'm actually going to put those other little bits away real quick so I don't lose anything, because I have a habit of not putting things back in a box. If I don't put them away, I will lose them. So, give me 2 seconds, chat. There, and there. There we go. So, skags away. Skags away! Oh, it was on the front. Woo. Last but not least, I do like the boxes. So, oh yeah! That is some very, very cool minis. Okay, so, I mean, the best way to go around this is probably going to be this way. Yeah. Can't see chat there, though. Right. I guess there's now to do but break into this box. I'm going to have a look at some of the minis. I won't know any of their names, but there are some very cool things that look very cool in here. So got some more item cards there, and we've got each of their... Whoa! That is a big deck of cards. I'm instantly drawn to this. Shield. That's very awesome, and that is going to see some table action in many different games. I like that a lot. There's also 4 transparent blue characters, which are this guy here. Really like that acrylic, actually. ABS. And there's this person here. It's almost neon. And this person here. So I like those very, very much. Got more of the small boys. Almost like goblin-esque. Just that. We have, oh, another big boy down here. Like an elongated face and massive teeth and one of those ginormous bellies. One very awesome robot. 2 of these minis. Can get that to focus. Yeah. There you go. There's 2 of those ones. One very, very cute. Smaller bot. Like wooden hammers. This one's got boxing gloves. try and adjust that light, I think. I wonder if using a darker one will work. No, I think the exposure against that yellow is just going to be too much. But there are 4 of those. So there's one that looks like a chicken, which is pretty funny. Then we've got the boxing glove, the wooden hammers, and this one's got a helmet and a huge machine gun, which is very, very cool. Then we have what can only be described as a scorpion with a drill tail. Very funky little drone. We've got a monkey, what it looks like, with a club for a tail. I've got another one of the bots. I really like these. On like one little wheel. We've got some tires, so terrain, always worth it. That's very, very cool and will be used in many different things. We've got a unicorn statue, which is very, very fun. There is a drone with smoke coming off the bottom of it, flying around. There's a few of those actually, which is really, really cool. I like that one a lot. It's very, very cool. And that one actually, like a little big winged drone. We've got some very, very cool looking characters. Really like her hood and shield. The detail on these minis is really good. They've got like sections to their coats and stuff as well that are really well thought out and really well detailed. But it's also going to be easy to pick that out with a paintbrush. It's a big, big thank you to Monster Fight Club for that one, because that's going to make them very easy to paint. And again, loads of detail on their outfits. It's going to be really fun to pick out in different colours and contrasts. She's a badass. Very, very, very much like her outfit. Standard Lolita. With a hammer. Wow, what a weapon of choice. Got some big bruisers. Look at that turret. That's really awesome. We've got... Why wouldn't you wear bunny ears to an arena fight? It's very post-apocalyptic. Oh, we got a cowgirl. With those massive boots. Oh, we've got another one of those skags. Horrible claws and face. Oh, we've got a sniper. That's a very, very cool mini. We've got devilishly handsome looking fellow with a pistol. Another bruiser. Damn, I love those knee pads and like that post-apocalyptic Fallout style armor. Very, very awesome. Another bruiser in the post-apocalyptic armor with no top on and tons of muscles jacked to the heavens. I think this was one of my favourite minis from the Kickstarter, which is just this awesome looking... I just saw it as like a different take on Grey Fox from Metal Gear Solid, but really, really like the aesthetic of this person. A cool ass chick. Gotta love a dude with a rocket launcher. And the last one up in here is, damn, this guy. That is all of the minis from that, minus this little turret just down here. All the minis and stuff from those boxes. I'm pretty sure there's going to be nothing underneath this one because it feels, God, that's heavy. Yeah, cool, we're all good. So, that is what is inside the Monster Fight Club Mr. Torg's Arena of Badassery Kickstarter fulfillment. Also, core rulebook. Rule box. Core rulebook. Core box. Which is that one there? Which I think is pretty much available most places now. That's it. I'm only going to do the unboxing tonight. I'm not going to sit around and go through all of the rules or anything like that. Just a quick video to show you guys what's inside and how much you got from the Kickstarter for anybody who's still waiting for theirs. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to priming these up and getting them painted because I love that artwork and I want to see some of these minis on the table, not just in this, but in upcoming like Starfinder campaigns and other things that we can use them for. So I'm pretty excited about that. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, do the standard stuff. If you could, please, that'd be fantastic. Go check out Monster Fight Club 3-1. Again, if you're on YouTube, I'll put a link in the description below. And guys, thank you so much. May the dice gods be ever in your favor. Take it easy, guys. Have a good week.